So Michael, what is your favorite character that you have killed in your writing?
In Night Creeps, toward the end, I have a scene where the character that you believe is going to be the protagonist that wins out finds out that his wife is really an alien, and instead of killing her, he blows his brains out. And of course, the story's not over yet, but just when you think you know what's happening, it's quite a surprise.
So if there was a novel that's been written out today that you wish you had written, what novel would that be?
Harry Potter, without a doubt. If I had written Harry Potter, I'd be a rich, rich man.
Michael, how do you think science fiction has changed since you started writing?
Probably one of the biggest changes in science fiction compared to maybe 40, 50, 60 years ago is the speed that technology and science are changing. Back then, a lot of the writers we had, the great science fiction writers, they were predicting things that were nowhere near close to happening, robotics, cloning, things like that. And they did a really good job of predicting the future. Today, we try to come up with things that might be 50 years from now, but as fast as you can come up with something new, you can find it in popular science. It's really tough to look ahead that far, compared to what it used to be. So I would say this, the speed that technology is changing is really, it's staggering.
So while we've been here in Arizona, you have gone to several different like writing groups and things. What type of questions do they typically ask, and what type of things do you usually say?
Usually the most popular question I get is, I'm writing a book, how do I get started? What do I do? And like I said, I'm one of those people, there's a lot of ways to do something. And typically you'll hear at conventions, you'll see some of the big authors, there's only one way to go. You only go with a big publisher or you're not a professional. For instance, the things I went through, keeping the rights for the purpose of the movie, that's a good path to go. It depends what your goal is, and I enjoy explaining to people, if this is what you want to do, this is the route you go. You don't need an agent. You can, with a small press, you're going to get more one-to-one correspondence. They won't reject you. They'll tell you, well, this is what you're missing. If you fix it, learn how to write a little better, or whatever it takes, then send it to me again, and I'll look at it. So it's a lot more writer-friendly, I would say, and it's something that will happen in your lifetime. Typically with agents or with a big publisher, you could be waiting 7 years to get a rejection. By then, you might have given up your career and gone into something different. So that's usually the case. How do I get started?
Have any dreams been realized as a result of your writing?
I would say not yet. My dream is the movie deal. Seeing my work actually make it to the big screen. A lot of people say, but how about being published? Isn't that your dream? I always thought bigger than that. I knew I could do that someday. I knew it would be just a matter of time. I never thought I'd get to the point where I had 8 books published. But like I said, my big goal, my big dream has always been the big screen. So.